According to the Wall Street Journal, Chinese President Xi Jinping is getting ready to travel to Moscow for a meeting with Russian President Vladimir Putin in the near future. The newspaper reported on Tuesday that the Xi-Putin summit was a part of a Chinese effort to take a more active role in putting an end to the year-old war and part of a push for multi-party peace talks, citing people familiar with the plan. According to the report, China will also use the summit to reaffirm its opposition to the use of nuclear weapons. The timing has not been determined, and preparations for the trip are still in the early stages, according to the journal, which also suggested that Xi's visit could occur in April or early May, when Russia will be commemorating its victory over Nazi Germany in World War II. Wang Yi, China's top diplomat, is currently in Moscow and is scheduled to meet with Sergei Lavrov, Russia's foreign minister, on Wednesday. Wang has increased his calls for a peaceful resolution to the conflict in Ukraine, which started on February 24 of last year when Russian troops invaded the nation, during a tour of Europe. Before Russia invaded Ukraine on February 24, 2016, Xi and Putin last had a face-to-face meeting in China before the Beijing Winter Olympics. No areas of cooperation would be forbidden, according to the two men's no-limits partnership. Earlier in December, they spoke via video. Beijing has urged restraint and emphasized that disputes should be resolved by peaceful means, but it has not denounced Russia's actions or supported sanctions imposed by the West against Moscow. In the meantime, tensions between China and the US have increased over issues like Hong Kong's human rights situation and the situation in Xinjiang, in western China, as well as the US's recent discovery of what it has called a Chinese spy balloon flying over its territory. In a meeting with Nikolai Patrushev, the powerful Security Council Secretary of Russia and a close Putin confidant, in Moscow on Tuesday, Wang once more emphasized the two nations' close ties. Speaking to Patrushev through a Russian interpreter, Wang said, "Chinese-Russian relations are mature in character, they are rock-solid and will withstand any test in a changing international situation." Patrushev, meanwhile, informed Wang that Beijing was a top concern for Russian foreign policy and that the two nations needed to remain united. The further deepening of Russian-Chinese cooperation and interaction in the international arena is of particular importance, Patrushev was quoted as saying by state media outlet RIA. In the context of a campaign that is being waged by the collective West to contain both Russia and China. The Wall Street Journal reported that Wang will likely talk about Xi's trip while he is in Moscow. Putin and Wang may meet, according to the Kremlin's hints.